Hey guys, it's Gabriel. As you guys saw in the last video, we went to Seoul Tower on the first night, and so for day 2, I guess technically night 2, we ended up going to a place called Han River. There's a bridge, I forgot the name of the bridge. It was something ironic, I think. It's called like the Bridge of Life or something. This sounds like kind of spooky, but it like attracts suicides. And then I also heard that there's actually a lot of Korean dramas filmed there, so those might be like the scenes where someone goes out to like scream about their love or their heartache or something like that. We went at nighttime. It's a long walk. It was just me, Patrick, Victoria, and one of our other friends, Frankie. Throughout our walk there, we were all just kind of talking to each other and getting to know one another a little bit better. On our way towards Han River, there's a lot of people exercising. It was basically like a huge sidewalk where people can run or bike through. Eventually we get to a spot where you can sort of walk on this grass area, and it was just very open. Across the river you can see a city, and then we also saw the bridge. I took a few pictures. I don't remember exactly what pictures I took, but I remember they were kind of blurry, and I don't remember if I got a picture of the bridge. But I did get some of the grass, some of the river. The lighting just wasn't that good, unfortunately. Ridiculously, throughout most of my EPIK orientation, I didn't even like think to bring my camera, which was so stupid. All of my pictures were taken on my iPhone, so it wasn't that good for a nighttime shoot. Other people were trying to like get selfies and like phone videos. Actually, I did want to say this. So Victoria, my friend, she actually put up a video of the several days that we were in Seoul for EPIK orientation. It's a fantastic video. I think every time we were out visiting places, she always had her camera out on a selfie stick. She was always like taking pictures and videos, and so she got some really great footage. So I highly recommend you guys watch that, especially because, again, I'm lacking in the video department for this EPIK orientation series. And actually there's a scene in there from our trip to Han River. Because it was so dark, we were thinking, oh, let's like use the flashlight from the camera. While we were trying to like set it up, somebody was accidentally like flickering it, and then it actually looked kind of cool, and it looked like we were like in a rave or something. We were like, yeah, let's do a video, and we'll have like the camera circle around, and we'll just like try to flash the flashlight. And so she got a little bit of video footage of that in there, so that was fun for us. That was one of the highlights for me. Yeah, so I will put a link to Victoria's video in the description box below. It was getting later in the night, and we remembered, oh yeah, throughout EPIK orientation we had a curfew, and the curfew is at midnight. And this curfew, they warned us about it from the very first day, and they told us, you know, as soon as it's midnight they will lock the doors and you'll have to like find somewhere else to sleep or figure out what you're gonna do. I guess for security reasons that's just what they do. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we get there before midnight, and they will literally like lock it like on the dot. I think the first night at Seoul Tower we weren't really worried about it because we got back at a pretty decent time, and besides I don't think any of us were thinking we'd be out that late, but we just got so caught up in talking and flashlighting that we kind of realized, oh, like we should start heading back now. So by the time we got to the metro train, the time that it took for us to get back to Haewha Station, which is where our school's located, we were really cutting it close. We got so nervous about it. In fact, we probably looked like we were strategizing like something horrific. I was making jokes that we were like tying up like our martial arts headbands and you know, suiting up to like get our running on, and I'm like describing this all kind of crazy right now. But yeah, it got very intense, and so we were strategizing and figuring out, okay, what can we do? Because I think we had maybe 10 minutes. Our dorm location wasn't far, but we would definitely have to run to make sure that we make it on time. So we were like, Patrick is gonna run ahead. This is only our second night, but Patrick seems pretty good with directions because, again, whenever we're all in a group, he tends to know where we should go, what we should do, and so we all just kind of looked at him. He's sort of like the Tommy of the Rugrats. The metro train opens, Patrick zips out and scans his card, and he starts making a run to exit and eventually get to the school. Meanwhile, Victoria, Frankie, and I are also running behind. Victoria scans through, she starts running ahead, and then I scan through, and I'm going to start running ahead, but I turn around to make sure Frankie's okay, and Frankie's card will not scan out. And I was thinking, oh my gosh. I didn't want to just like run off and leave her behind. Her card started to work, and she was able to get out, and she was like, oh my gosh, thanks for waiting for me. And I was like, no problem. We both start running. There's just so many stairs, and it was just like knocking us out. We eventually exit the metro. I'm trying to think in my mind because Patrick's gone, Victoria's gone, and it's just me and Frankie, and I'm trying to remember, okay, do we run down this way or do we run down this way? Like I couldn't remember exactly, and so I was just praying that my guesses were gonna work. I know it was kind of like a left and then a right. Frankie starts to run. Eventually I see see Victoria. Patrick mentioned to us that he would run ahead to try to stop them. So me and Victoria, after we saw Frankie went ahead, we were just like, okay. We started walking a little bit to catch our breath. Victoria had like a big bag. I had my backpack as usual. And then eventually we were like, okay, we should start running again. So we start running. And so we make this right. We were going in the right direction. And then all of a sudden, we knew that once you get to the end, you have to make another right and then a left to get into the school. And so right when we're about to cross and make that right, we see Patrick coming from the other direction. And we're like, oh my gosh. Like we realized, because we were thinking in our minds, oh, he must start, like he's probably already there by now telling them, hey, you know, 3 people are coming, you know, blah, blah. But when we saw that, we were like, oh, there's nobody.
I don't know what you mean by. And so we made this right and it was never going in the right direction, and then all of a sudden we knew that once you get to the end you have to make another right and then left to get into the school. And so right when we're about to cross and make that right, we see Patrick coming from the other direction. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we realize we are thinking in our minds a start like he's probably already there by now. How about a web search for it?
Wow, so Siri definitely thought that I was talking to him. So he makes that right. We were like freaking out. We're like, oh my gosh, he's not there. Nobody's telling them don't lock the door. We have literally like 2 minutes left. So we're just like, no. Patrick, like he runs through like a group of drunk people. He starts running ahead of them. I guess because they were like blocking his way. And then this guy is just yelling, what the F? And we thought like, oh my gosh, he's running at, like he's gonna kill us or something. And Victoria was like, don't worry about it, just keep running, just keep running. And so we're running and I'm thinking this guy's like chasing us. I feel like I'm in like a horror movie or something. We can see the doorway and Frankie is just getting to the door, but we see there's like 1 or 2 people at the door literally ready to lock it. Frankie gets inside. Patrick is like sitting on the front of the footsteps, catching his breath, and we're still running, and then we eventually get there and we're just all like breathing super heavy. The security people, they see us and then we get inside and we're like, yeah, we just made it. From what I remember, I don't think the security people had any sympathy for us. It was literally just like, okay, girls up the stairs, guys, 2nd floor, go to bed. And that was pretty much it. And so we realized then like they were definitely serious about that curfew time. Like that guy was ready to lock the door. It made me think like, I wonder how many people have actually missed curfew in the past. But that was our close call. It definitely conditioned us, because for the rest of the nights that we were there, we were always like, okay, like, you know, let's head back by like 10:30 so we know for sure that we'll make it on time. So that's my Han River and curfew story. I have other stories coming up about my EPIK orientation, and I hope you guys will stick around to hear them. Yeah, so I was in the mart the other day and I saw these new Pringles, butter caramel. So we'll see how they taste. I mentioned before that I tried their honey mustard, and originally I didn't like it, but after eating more and more, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So maybe I'll feel the same about this. This is what it looks like. So it kind of has like a sprinkle of whatever this is. We'll see how it tastes. It's not that bad. Did you guys ever do this? I haven't done this in a while, but one of those duck faces. No. Maybe I'm doing it backwards. No, I'm definitely doing it right. Why does it seem different? Maybe when I was a kid, the duck face seemed bigger. Okay. It's pretty good. It tastes sweet. I can semi-taste the caramel. Not sure if it tastes buttery though. See, whenever I think of butter, I think of popcorn, so. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely be sure to subscribe. It helps me out a lot. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Zuff678. Be yourself, love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye. Ooh, my hands feel kind of sticky now. We get to the top and we see the tower, and it was big, it was tall. The surrounding area, there was like gift shops, there was like a Gundam life-size toy just sitting outside one of the shops, which was really cool. There was some food places. We ended up getting drinks at this cafe place that had like mosquitoes around. Mosquitoes are deadly.